Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler.
Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler.
Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit.
We'll get the grab. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to exciting Westview Warrior basketball at LaGwanamedia.com. Tonight we're coming to you from Prairie Heights High School in Brushy Prairie, where it'll be a big, and I mean big, conference matchup between the Westview Warriors and the Prairie Heights Panthers. Westview comes in with an 8-1 conference record, a 15-3 overall record, and they face the Prairie Heights Panthers that are 14-3 overall and 6-1 in the Northeast Corner Conference. And back in January, I believe on the 17th, the Panthers defeated the Warriors in overtime at Westview, 47-46. So there's some revenge to gain for the Warriors here tonight if they can do it in this jam-packed gym at Prairie Heights High School. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka, featuring nightly specials and, of course, their delicious buffet. Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange. Also by Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also by Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. And by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. By Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. By Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Their passion is protecting yours. By Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also by Lake City Bank with over 50 branches in northern and central Indiana. And by Topeka Clinic, introducing Yana Schenkel, certified nurse midwife, now accepting appointments. And our halftime show and gold sponsor is Weaver Furniture Sales, just south of US 20 on County Road 75 North in Shipshewana. Our individual sponsors are Tim and Donna Height, Dan and Dawn Byler, Jim and Liz Stump, and Oscar and Sophia Hostetler. This is Jerry Hostetler with Jamie Miller, and I will be back to talk to Coach Rob Yoder right after this 30-second timeout.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
We're back at Prairie Heights High School with head coach Rob Yoder of the Westview Warriors. And Rob, before we talk about the conference game coming up here with Prairie Heights tonight, let's take a look back at the Plymouth game. Good win for you.
Yeah, I think that offensively we continue to improve and found a lot of ways to kind of score, get the ball in scoring position, and help each other score. And so obviously a non-conference game, and it's a good win for us. We got 2 of them last week, and we realize now tonight is obviously a much bigger game for us, conference game with 2 teams that are near the top. So we'll see if we can play well tonight.
Right. So let's take a look at tonight's game. Prairie Heights comes in, very comparable teams this year. I think they're playing on our home court this time. Of course, we're looking to avenge a overtime loss at our place a few weeks ago. And you've had a whole week to prepare. This is the only game you have this week, so I'm sure it's been an interesting week of practice for you.
Yeah, I think that's one area we benefit this time around for sure, is that we get almost more than normal amount of time to prepare, or a lot of times you play twice a week, and so it's been good. I think our kids are really focused. I think they understand what we want to do, and we'll see if we can execute it, and then we'll see if the ball goes through the rim a few times for us too.
That helps too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So looking back, what's the difference between your team now and maybe your team going into the game, the previous matchup with Prairie Heights?
Well, we just touched on one thing. We've had 4 or 5 days of preparation time, where last time we were coming off back-to-back games and we had basically a light day to talk over what we wanted to do, and we executed it well. But there's a few things that we want to build on or add to. So I think that our understanding of what we want to do should be a lot better. I just think that not just between that game and the kind of the middle of the season, and now we're getting towards the tail end of the season. I think from the beginning to the middle to the end, I think there's no doubt that our team is improving. We feel like, we didn't make a few plays that we could have made to kind of put that game away. We had 3 really open shots by 3 good shooters in the last 3 minutes. If we make any of those, the game is over and never goes to overtime. We missed all 3. Hindsight, you wish you wouldn't have ever shot them. But we feel like there's a couple more plays. We can make a couple more plays out there and maybe get us over the hump. But they'll be focused. They'll be good. And that's we told the kids these are the fun games. Right. I guess it's comfortable to beat somebody 80-40, but they aren't as fun as the games where you got 2 good teams playing and you really got to dial in and get focused and make your plays, and every play is crucial. So that's what we're in tonight. A real fun atmosphere. Should be a fun game.
And everybody's healthy coming into tonight's game?
We are healthy.
Good. Okay. Any difference between, what are you looking for as far as Prairie Heights is concerned? Pretty much the same thing you ran into last time with their defense and everything else. Of course, it's like a chess match. I'm sure both you and the coach from Prairie Heights is, thinking about what they can do different to kind of mix things up.
Yeah, I think that, a couple things that we've seen them play some zone. They didn't really play hardly any zone against us, if any, the first time around. And so we may see a little bit more of that. We wanted to, the first time, kind of get a little ball screen action up top, and we weren't very good at getting in our sets to get that. And so since that game, we've kind of put Charlie on the point and had that high ball screen, which has really opened up not him as much as his teammates. I think that teams are committed to kind of stop that. So that's one area that we want to see how they react to. And tonight, obviously, because the conference is a really important game, but there's a chance we can see them again in a couple more weeks, and it'll be even more important. So there's a few things that we want to see and watch, and so we can put the best possible game plan together in 2 or 3 weeks if we happen to play them.
Well, you mentioned Charlie, and I know, especially the last few games, last like 2 or 3 weeks, the other team members have been more involved in the offense as far as scoring and so on because of all the pressure they're putting on Charlie, and he's able to dish the ball out and provide some assist for the team as well. And these guys are cashing in on their open shots.
Well, when we played him a little on the point and some in the post and some on the wing, towards the beginning of the year, and what we realized is that all the doubles and congestion really happened towards the middle of the floor. And we got some good shooters, but we got more slashers and drivers and post players than we got shooters. And so when you got all that congestion in the middle, the only thing left is really jump shots. And so we've kind of moved him up on the point where we felt like if there's going to be a double or extra help, it happens 20, 25 feet from the rim and kind of opens up the middle of the floor for his teammates. And I think that we're a little bit better team since we've done that. We just score it better. We give our drivers room to drive the basketball, and you still have your shooters that can shoot it. But we just feel like it's allowed other post players to post better, other slashers, penetrators to have a little more room to work if they're going to give all that help up top.
Yeah, it certainly appears that way. So, okay, taking a look, probably the same starting lineup, right?
We will start the same lineup.
All right, good luck tonight, Rob.
Thank you.
That was Rob Yoder, head basketball coach of Westview. We'll be back with more from Prairie Heights High School as Jamie will take a look at the keys to the game right after this 60-second timeout.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of U.S. Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
And we're back at Prairie Heights High School here in Brushy Prairie, Indiana. About 4.5 minutes to go before the end of warm-ups to take a look at the keys of the game tonight. Number one, I think we need to make Malone move on defense. Obviously, he has a humongous presence in there and has some advantages against us, but there might be some advantages on our side too, and that's lateral quickness. Make him move. He tends to get in foul trouble more if he has to move side to side, so if we can move him and not let him just camp out in the lane, that's going to really help our offense. Number two, we need to keep track of where number 10 and number 22 are. They do a really good job of finding their shooters, and there's certain shooters that we can help off of down in the post on Malone or Chris Lieb or whoever they put down there. But we need to always be diligent of where 10 and 22 are. That'd be Chris Lieb and Perkins, their best two shooters out there. So don't give them a free shot. And number three, we just need to have fun. He even brought it up in the interview as this is why you play basketball. This is how games used to be a lot more often.
Right.
A packed gymnasium, two good teams, and it's been they're few and far between, unfortunately, anymore. This year we have 3 or 4 really good teams in the conference, and then it kind of drops off. But this is as good as it gets for a regular season game. So just go out and don't overthink it, just play. This is why you practice all year. If you don't like a game like this, you might as well not play.
Right.
It's fun to watch, it's fun to analyze, and it's fun to play in.
I've brought this up many a times in our broadcast. It's a lot more fun to do a game in a gym that's full. They've got a pep band. It's a good raucous crowd. It just makes the whole evening more exciting. You got 2 great high school 2A basketball teams playing here tonight. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. You're right.
Jam-packed gym. I think this is the most full I've seen Prairie Heights in any game that I've ever broadcast.
I agree. Here. If it was this full in the past, it was because Westview had half of that other side packed out.
Yeah.
But it was full about at the beginning of the JV game, and I think it's about standing room only. You might be able to sweet talk somebody and get them to scrunch in, but other than that, it's full. I was looking at these two teams on paper. We're averaging 63 and giving up 48, so about a 15-point differential. Prairie Heights is averaging 60 and giving up 45. So 15 differential.
Yeah.
So we're maybe just a
compressed.
little better offensively, and they're maybe just a little stingier defensively. So it'll be interesting to see the changes that both teams have made. Coach mentioned a whole week to get ready. Prairie Heights, they think they played DeKalb on Tuesday,
Yeah, they
so
did.
they haven't quite had a whole week, but they might have been practicing for us the whole week anyhow.
They beat DeKalb 57-44.
Yes, they did, and it's just interesting that, no matter what happens tonight, we could face them 2 weeks from Tuesday. That'd be the opening round of sectional.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
you never know what that draw is going to bring.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a great game to watch tonight, we hope, and definitely a lot of intensity in the crowd. The JV game had some of the same. It had Prairie Heights was ahead most of the game. We came back and took a 5-point lead, and then Prairie Heights scored they went on like a 11-2 run to close the
Something
game
like
or
that.
something.
Yeah, they
and won by 4.
4, right.
54-50, but really a great JV game for all that.
The crowd was actually getting into that game too.
Yep, it sure was. Well, anytime that LaGrange County rivals meet, the intensity's ratcheted up a little bit, and so it's fun to be a part of that.
It sure is. And we'll be back. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here. We'll be back with the national anthem right after this 30-second timeout.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
And we're back at Prairie Heights High School. Jerry Hostiller with Jamie Miller, and we're getting set for our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Superintendent Jeff Reed, Principal Jeremy Swanner, and Athletic Director Brent Byler, we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to Prairie Heights High School as the Panthers welcome the Westview Warriors to tonight's varsity boys contest. At this time, we have a special announcement from Ms. Sheila McCray.
Tonight, two great teams are going to battle on the court for probably one of the area's most talked about games. But before we put our lines in the sand and settle on rooting for our favorite team, we'd like to take a moment to join together and remember and honor a Prairie Heights student who passed away this week. Family, friends, and the community have been mourning the loss of Prairie Heights Middle School 7th grader Conley Nadine Walworth. She was the 13-year-old daughter of Chris and Jill Walworth and sister to Jordan and Sage. Conley was diagnosed with cancer last spring. She passed away Wednesday morning. Conley was the recipient of funds from the annual Little John's Lemonade Stand. She was also this year's Steuben County 4-H Volley for a Cure honorary player. This season, the 7th and 8th grade boys basketball teams at Prairie Heights wore socks honoring Conley with a yellow ribbon and the phrase, "Always and forever we fight together." Conley enjoyed life, especially living on the lake and being an avid fisherman. She was an honor student involved in many activities, including volleyball, basketball, golf, and softball. Many friends have remarked of her witty sense of humor and smile that remained constant despite her battle with cancer. At this time, please join me in taking a moment of silence to remember Conley Walworth. Thank you. May we all live life more appreciated and perhaps even honor Conley's memory by doing something kind. Live life like Conley.
Prairie Heights High School appreciates your attendance, and we hope you enjoy the competition. This event is being played under the authority of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. The IHSAA rules provide for fair play and good sportsmanship among players and coaches. And at this time, good sportsmanship starts for everyone with the playing of our national anthem. Please stand and remove your hats as the Prairie Heights Pep Band, under the direction of Miss Kaylee Savage, plays the Star Spangled Banner.
And we're about set for basketball here at Prairie Heights High School. We'll be taking a look at the starting lineups, and we'll catch them as they come out. For the visitors, the Westview Warriors, 15-3 and 8-1, ranked number 7 in the 2A AP poll this week. And Prairie Heights, I didn't write theirs down, but I think they were 7th.
Yes, they were.
University was right between the two.
Right. It's been quite a year. You know, we played a kind of a highs and lows schedule. You know, it's playing several really good teams and then several that are near the bottom.
Right.
But those good teams are what you want to play because that's what makes you better.
Number 31, Luke Miller.
So Charlie Yoder, Luke Miller, Lyndon Miller, Blake Egley.
Yes.
Drew Litweiler.
Yes.
Probably. And now the Prairie Heights Panthers.
6'1" freshman, number 4, Chase Batchelor.
Chase Batchelor, a 6'1" freshman, will start at one guard for head coach Tony Everett. Brandon Chrisley has scored 9 points against the Warriors in their first battle, 6'4" senior, averaging 14.7 points per game. Mike Perkins, our leading scorer, 6' senior, scored 7 against the Warriors earlier. Also, Logan Knott, a 6' senior, averaging 4.1 points per game, number 23. And of course, their big guy, 6'9" senior Elijah Malone, averaging 16.6 points per game, and he scored 18 over at Westview back in January. So here we go. Big Northeast Corner Conference battle here tonight on the Prairie Heights Hardwood. Tony Everett, 34-9 in his second year at the helm of the Prairie Heights Panthers. And of course, Rob Yoder just 3 wins away from 300 victories as a head coach at Westview. He sits at 297 and 124 losses. Tip is controlled by Prairie Heights. With the backcourt is Perkins. Perkins looks left side, goes to Batchelor. Now they go in the corner to Knott, back to Batchelor. They'll swing it all the way around to Perkins. Batchelor on the baseline, the drive, and the shot is up and good by Chrisley. So Prairie Heights hits the board first. Charlie working the point. Gets a pick from Luke Miller. Goes left side to Egley. Back out front, and here comes Luke Miller. Charlie looks for the shot. Now drives it to the baselines. Double team down there. Gets it out of trouble to Egley. Out of Litweiler. He drives, pulls up. Back to Charlie from Egley. Left side to Luke. Back to Charlie. He'll take the shot from 3, won't go, and the rebound Perkins. Perkins, baseball pass ahead, it comes to Chrisley, loses a handle, and Charlie picks it up.
Great hands that time by Charlie. I thought he was just going to give up the layup.
Yeah, me too. Got that long arm in there and knocked it away. Charlie, left side, Blake for 3, got it.
Blake has really been on a roll lately. What a career high the last time out, I think.
We had 16 earlier, but yeah, he was close. 16 against West Noble and Central Noble. But
okay,
yeah, he had a great ball game.
All right.
Improved his shooting, his three-point shooting percentage. It's up to almost 44% now.
Well, we know about Malone. Oh, that's a hold on Chrisley.
And a foul. Chrisley looked like he was kind of frustrated.
Yeah,
he really came down hard.
He fouled Lyndon about 3 times on the trip down the floor there. But so. There's Lyndon again poking the ball away.
Right.
As soon as you don't pay attention, that ball is going the other way.
Lyndon at the stripe shooting 2. 3-2 ball game. Prairie Heights Westview by 1 on the Egley 3-pointer. Lyndon a little short on that one. He'll get one more.
Well, we know about Malone. We know about Chris Lieb. But the kind of the guy that makes things go is Perkins. And that's why we got Luke on him, trying to shut him down first. So we're going a little bit of a trap.
Malone inside. And he'll take it up, miss a shot, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, can't get it to go. Gets his rebound again, puts it up, can't get it to go. Well, we had about 3 guys hanging on him that time. So.
Well, that just shows his strength there because we have strong guys too. We couldn't rip the ball out of there.
He's already looking a little frustrated.
Well, the other thing we want to do tonight is we want to keep him, this sounds easy, but we want to keep him, boy, he bounced that thing around there, didn't he?
Yeah.
We want to keep him 8 feet away from the basket. When he gets low like that, you just can't handle him. But when you get him out a little further, he's much more unlikely to score.
Right. He is able to hit threes. I mean, he does have 38% shooting from out there. But, yeah, underneath is where he'll kill you.
And that's the second foul on Chris Lead.
That's big. That's huge. Chris Lead, their second leading scorer, averages 14.7 a game.
Yeah, he's frustrated right now. Sometimes you can come out in the game a little bit too fired up.
Right.
And don't do what you should.
Doesn't look like it here. The Blakeinator's hot. 2 threes for Blake.
That's just such a, when you can hit shots, I mean, that's kind of the point of basketball.
That's right. Chris Lead with it. Batchelor left open for 3. It's short, but Malone with a rebound. He'll go up strong and puts it in.
Yeah, you gotta block him out better than that. If you can just keep somebody between him and the ball, or the rim, you got a chance of getting it over the back, but we didn't that time.
Charlie open for 3, and he can't get it to go. Chris Lead with a rebound. Outlet pass comes to Perkins. Perkins drives on Luke Miller, puts it up short. Grabbed by Blake Egley into the hands of Drew Litweiler now. Westview by 1, 7-6, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Charlie had it partially deflected, and Blake saves it from going out of bounds off the shins of Perkins. Good defensive play good save by Blake.
Yeah, Blake is so far our player of the game. He's hitting threes, he's getting rebounds, he's saving balls. Threw that off of Prairie Heights that time.
Well, you mentioned his play in the previous game, and yeah, he's picked it up. Luke with it. He'll go to Blake. Blake puts up a quick 3, and he got it. 3 threes for Blake.
Teams just underestimate him, and when he is on, it's just fun to watch.
10-6 Westview. 3 threes for Blake Egley. Perkins in the corner right side, drives the baseline, gives it out to Batchelor. Batchelor to Perkins. We cover him up. We did hold Perkins down last game to just 7 points. He drives, loses a handle on the ball, but we have a foul called on Westview.
I think that last shot by Blake was an example of what the coach talked about in how we're getting our offense a little more higher and spread on the side, and that sucks the defense and leaves people open.
With the ball just coming into the lineup as Hoover. He'll give it to Perkins. Perkins drives, deflected out of bounds by Charlie. So Prairie Heights will bring it in. Right in front of their huge contingent of fans across the way from us. Hoover in the corner. He gets it into Malone. Malone looked like he traveled. Puts it up again. Got it off the glass.
Well, Malone, sometimes the knock on him is he's not very aggressive. He's very aggressive tonight.
Yeah, he sure is. 10-8 Westview. Blake lobs it into Charlie. Charlie tries to drive. He's covered up. Gives to Blake. Goes outside to Luke Miller. Now left side, or Lyndon Miller. Now to Luke. Could go to Blake again for 3. And he got it. Wow. 4 threes for the Blakeinator. 13-8. Prairie Heights wants to talk about it. 3:40 to go in the opening period. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, blast coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204. Yeah. And we're back at Prairie Heights. 13-8 is our score. Westview by 5. Blake Egling with 12 of his team's 13 points.
Yeah, the first 5.5 minutes of the game. No, 4.5 minutes.
Right. You mentioned his high point game, and it is 16, but he's well on his way to breaking that tonight. Malone inside as it's stripped out of his hands by the Westview defense. Linden all the way down. We have an offensive foul going to be called on Linden.
Yeah, that was iffy. I think that's he wasn't going full speed. I think that's one thing that I think Luke and Linden could do a little bit better is there's openings to pull up for a 10-footer or a 15-footer, and they're not doing it. And they're capable of hitting that shot.
They certainly are, yeah. Into the ball game is Seth Troyer. Troyer got some action in the game over at Westview as well. Scored 6 for the Panthers. Perkins in the corner for 3. That's going to be well short. And Charlie picks out the rebound. Drives around Hoover and then stops and goes. Gives off to Luke. Now to Drew. Linden had the shot, but he's looking right at Malone. Linden with it. Bounce pass to Charlie. He'll back up for 3 and hits.
Well, if we can hit 5 threes a quarter tonight, we should be all right.
Not bad. How many have we missed? 1? Maybe
2, I think.
Okay. Perkins gives it to Hoover. Hoover drives and then dishes it off. Now it comes inside to Malone. He'll put it up again, and he hits, and he's fouled. We got to get him out of there.
Yeah, we had Drew had pretty good position on him that time, but you see the strength difference between the two. 1 out.
Second foul of the evening on Lyndon Miller. Malone 6'9" and a senior, averaging 16.6 points per game.
Yeah, already got 8.
Yep. And he drills the free throw. He is, what he said,
you know, we talked in pregame, or the coach did, about some of the changes we've made. And I think one of the things Prairie Heights might have seen is they had a bigger advantage with Malone than they took advantage of last time. And so he's really around the basket.
Shot by Charlie short, chased down by Perkins, and back comes Prairie Heights. Perkins puts it up, misses a shot short, but he's fouled underneath. So that'll send Mike Perkins to the free throw line, shooting 2. And that'll be called on Charlie. That'll be his first. Oh, no, his second. That's right.
Well, that's tough. He's our primary defender on Malone. If he's got 2 fouls, that's really
yeah, that is tough.
We're going to have to change some things defensively, probably. Malone's going out of the game right now, so this could be an opportunity to do something a little different defensively. I think maybe look for a trap with him out of the game.
We brought Brady in and Macy.
Yeah, it's just kind of our energy out there.
Perkins hits both free throws, 16-13 Westview. Yoder, left side, quick 3. This time it's off the mark by Blake Egling.
Yeah, he rushed that one a little bit.
Big guy Logan Parr is in there for Malone. Perkins all the way in, puts it up, scores, and he's fouled.
Perkins is just happy Luke's not on him.
Yeah, probably.
So Mason's really quick and athletic, but he took it right at him. He's not quite as strong as Luke, and he took advantage.
Perkins will try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And he does. 7 now for Perkins. He's already evened his game high from the last game against the Warriors. Mason Yoder, top of the circle, goes to Brady Yoder. Now down low to Drew Litweiler. Back out to Brady for 3. And he puts it in.
I don't know if I've ever seen a quarter where we had all our points but 1 from 3-pointers.
That is something that's very rare. I don't remember that happening either. Parr can't get it to go. Shot off the baseline. Drew Litweiler back in a hurry. Now to Charlie. Charlie brings it out, and he starts a double dribbling. 19-16, minute 13 to go in the opening quarter. Westview with the lead.
Well, Luke cannot convert on a 3-on-1 break. That's kind of tough. Here we got our 1-3-1 trap.
Perkins goes right side to Troyer. Troyer being trapped, gets it down to Logan Parr. Now he dishes it to Hoover. Perkins steps behind the arc, puts it up and hits. Perkins' first 3 of the evening.
Yeah, that's one of the dangers. If you go to a trap, it leaves shooters open if they break it.
Agley in the corner, and he can't get that one to go. Battle for the rebound, picked up by Parr, and then out of bounds off the hands of Charlie. (19-19), we're all tied up. 37.5 seconds to go in this first quarter. Inbounding will be not. Go ahead, Jamie.
Ben just came in for Blake.
Prairie Heights obviously will try for the last shot of this quarter. With it out front is, who is it, 23, it's Knott. Knott goes left side to Perkins. Perkins tries to drive on Mason. Ten seconds to go in the quarter. Perkins, oh, good behind the back dribble, and then shot won't go down. Shot at the right at the last seconds, no good. And we've played 8 minutes of exciting basketball here from Prairie Heights. Kind of game we pretty much expected. 19-19 after the first 8 minutes. We'll be back with a second quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
19-19 as we begin the second quarter for Prairie Heights, and a battle between the 15-3 Westview Warriors and the 14-3 Prairie Heights Panthers. And a big NECC battle here. 6-1 in the conference for Prairie Heights, 8-1 for Westview. Charlie into the lane and goes back out front. Drew Litweiler down the corner right side. He'll go out front to Ben Burkett. Now Brady Yoder. And a travel.
Well, I wouldn't expect this quarter to be quite as high-flying and scoring. I mean, both teams came out
probably
just
not,
jacked up and playing well and hitting shots. And
right.
Then you start getting some of the substitution rotations. It takes a little bit of the flow out of it, I think.
Malone's still on the bench. From what I understand, he's suffering, what is it, shin splints maybe? Been battling that since even before our first matchup.
Yeah, and I don't think there'll be any rush to put him in as long as the game's close.
Probably not. Perkins on the baseline. Bounce pass inside to Hoover. He'll force it up. Can't get it to go, and Charlie with a rebound. He'll bring it up. Trying to draw the contact. Now gives to Drew. Brady again for three. Brady's been big off the bench with 2 threes. 22-19, Westview back up by 3. Hoover drives the baseline, then dishes it out. Knott can't get it under control. Drew Litweiler tried to hit Charlie, but it's out of his reach. So Prairie Heights will get it back.
Yeah, our last two fast break opportunities we haven't converted. That really hurts.
And that's something that we've been doing pretty well on this year. Shot short, good foul by Knott to get his own rebound.
Yeah, that's one of the shooters it's okay to help off of, because you can tell he really lines it up. And
Malone's back in there, and 21, that's Kohler. And he hits a three fresh off the bench. So we're tied again, 22-22. Charlie with it, left side. Kohler on him. He'll go to Luke Miller. Back out front to Burkett. Burkett to Charlie. He'll dish it off left side to Luke Miller. Now right side to Drew Litweiler. He'll drive the baseline, and it's intercepted and saved from going out of bounds. Troyer with a good athletic play there. Perkins drives the baseline, tries to throw it up toward the basket. He was off balance, and Drew Litweiler comes out of there with it. Burkett back to Drew, three. Good!
Of course it's good tonight.
Man, what is it with these threes?
We haven't had a 2-point field goal yet.
We're going to break a record. I don't even know what our school record is for three. Dan probably knows. 25-22. Seth Troyer with it. They'll swing it around right side to Kohler. Kohler to Malone. Malone makes a move on Litweiler and gets it to go.
Yeah, see there we got Drew on him now instead of Charlie, since Charlie has 2 fouls. But it's just not much of a, when some guy outweighs you by, I don't even know how to estimate that, a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard to stop him.
That guy's huge.
Yeah, he just keeps getting bigger like every time I see him.
And a bump out front, and Troyer's going to get called for the foul. Now it's 23. That would be Knott. Logan Knott, his first foul.
I think what coach was upset with Drew on that defensive play that time is he just kind of reached. He didn't move his feet. Just stay in front. Make Malone hit a shot over you. I know you're shorter, but it's still hard to shoot with somebody's hand in your face.
Yeah, exactly. Charlie drives it. Gets it off to Luke or Linden underneath. Now to Luke out front. We go to Linden, fakes on Malone, and gives out to Charlie.
Yeah, we don't have quite the perimeter shooting in there right now.
Charlie
we did.
Tries a three, can't get it to go down, and we have a foul that's going to be called on Westview.
You see, we got Brady in there. I didn't see him in there, but Ben can shoot him, but he just won't. And Luke and Linden are doing a lot of faking, but not a lot of shooting out there. So that gives Malone the free reign to kind of just do whatever he wants on defense.
Yeah. And that sends Chase Batchelor, the freshman, to the free throw line. Prairie Heights in a bonus. Batchelor hits his first point of the evening, and that ties it up at 25. Back into the ball game comes Chris Lieb. He's playing with 2 fouls. Batchelor misses a second. Rebounds pulled down by Luke Miller. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. All tied up at 25. Luke works it over to Brady. Back out front to Burkett. Out of Charlie, left side. Looking inside. Puts it on the floor and then gives out to Luke Miller out front. Drives it to the baseline. Now Burkett. Brady. Couldn't pull the trigger on that. Charlie underneath. He'll go up, and he's whistling for traveling.
Yeah, he took a jump stop, and then he took another step. Well, he didn't want to. He knew he couldn't go straight up on Malone, so he was trying to get to his good side, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's working his way to the left side. Prairie Heights now a chance to untie this ball game.
Well, there's a couple of ways you can look at it. Yeah, we're tied after hitting 8 threes, but we're also tied, and our leading scorer only has 3 points.
That's true. Charlie with just a lone 3 on the evening. Batchelor with it out front. We go left side to Kohler. Kohler with 3. No good. Charlie with a rebound. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Goes right to Burkett. Now to Luke Miller. In the corner to Linden. Linden bounce passes it to Charlie down low. Back to Linden. Ball knocked away, loose on the floor, but good hands by Luke to save it, and then knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Prairie Heights as Burkett got his hand in there. No argument. It looked like from our vantage point that it was knocked out by Prairie Heights, but
yeah, I think Ben had it last.
Chris Lee brings it in to Batchelor.
Good movement that time by Malone to get that steal.
Big guy can move.
Well, last year he had a lot of problems with foul trouble, but I think in 2 games against us, he just has, what, 1 foul?
Yeah, he's certainly stayed out of foul trouble.
Yeah, he's learned, he's grown.
Back come the Warriors. We have a reach-in foul that's going to be called, and that one, I believe it's going to go against Batchelor.
Yeah, that's only the 4th team foul on Prairie Heights tonight, so despite all this activity, hasn't been a lot of fouls. Or at least not a lot called.
Right. 7 on Westview, 4 on Prairie Heights. Charlie goes left side to Blake. They're starting to come out on him or beyond the arc now.
Yeah, he has less room than he did.
Brady drives, puts up the runner, got it.
We're really small at guard in there right now with Blake and Brady, but it also gives us our best scoring options. So good decision, I think, by the coaching staff. And that's our first 2-point field goal of the night.
That's something. Long threes off the mark by Troyer, pulled down by Charlie. Westview a chance to extend their 2-point lead. Linden inside, puts it up, can't get it to go. Charlie with the putback.
That should have been goaltending. Ball's on the rim and they hit the net, but didn't call it, but 2 in a row now, 2-pointers.
Is that their biggest lead? 29 to 25, 4 points?
I think we had a bigger lead. It was like 13 to 8.
That's right, it was. Yeah, 5-point lead then. Batchelor goes left side Troyer, now to Chris Glebe. He'll drive the baseline, shoots it out to Batchelor, back to Troyer. He'll drive, puts it up, too hard off the glass, but the putback is up and good by Malone.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest disappointment in this game so far is the rebounding that Malone's getting. We're not getting the body on him and getting him out of there. I know it's easier said than done, but that was way too easy.
Well, like you said, they've changed their strategy since the last game. Long threes, no good by Linden Miller.
Yeah, Linden's got to shoot that with confidence. He just aimed that thing that time, and
yeah,
he can make those.
With the ball is Kohler. He'll go left side to Batchelor. Looks like Prairie Heights might be content to take the last shot of the quarter. Well, they'll get it into Malone. He's got the bunny. Malone now with 14. 29-29. Prairie Heights has tied it. Charlie behind the back dribble is going to shoot. Gives it to Brady, and no, it won't go down. Rebound Malone. 40 seconds to go in the half. All tied at 29. Chris Lee gives off to Batchelor. Left side will come to Troyer.
I think Prairie Heights' last lead was 2-0.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
But they may end up with the same here.
Kohler with it, brings it out to Batchelor. Batchelor back to Kohler. Now to Chris Lee with 10. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch by, I think that went off of Charlie. Goes out of bounds. Perkins comes back in. Gavin Kohler, the junior, coming out for Prairie Heights.
Yeah, they got their playmaker in there now. Try to get this last shot.
Chris Lee gets it into Perkins with 5 seconds to go in the half. He'll get it to Chris Lee. He'll put up a 3, and he can't get it to go. Rebound, Linden. Last second shot is hits the back of the rim. I don't think that would have counted.
I'm not sure, but the way we're shooting threes tonight, that probably would have gone in.
No wonder that didn't go down.
Well,
wow.
That was a heck of a half.
We're the same place we were at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, 10 points for each team. 29-29 is our score at halftime. It was 19-19 at the end of the first quarter. Wow. And we'll be back with a Weaver Furniture Sales halftime report from Jamie Miller right after this timeout.
What makes this place so special? Community. That's just short, sweet, but it's community. We've got parents that are supportive of schools, they're supportive of their kids, they're supportive of the teachers. And that makes this place really special. I'm not sure that 100% of everybody is going to always agree on that's what's best for kids. But you do what you believe is best for kids. And you do that every day. And you don't have to worry about what are the powers to be going to say, or what's going to happen, or are we going to have a population revolt or something. No. And our results bear it out. I mean, we're right there. We're turning out students that are accomplishing all kinds of stuff. You know, we've never had a low expectation for students here. Winning is a goal. Nobody says, my goal is to finish last. We have good programs in drama. We have great programs in music. We have great programs in being servants for the community. Test-wise, man, we're right on top. We're right on top. In the area, in the state, we're way up there. Whether they go from here into the workforce, whether they go from here into business, whether they go from here to college and graduate school and med school, don't figure we're done. We're not done. We got to go be the best, and that still doesn't end because you can still be a little better. We're on to what matters more, and that's, where do our kids finish? Where do they finish in life? I don't care about the ball game. Where do they finish in life? And I think we're doing a pretty darn good job.
Okay, back at Prairie Heights High School at halftime. Westview and Prairie Heights tied at 29. In an exciting first half, we had a tie of 19 after one, and each team scored 10 in the second. So let's take a look at the individual scoring first. Prairie Heights' Chase Batchelor, a 6'1 freshman who starts, had 1 point. Brandon Chrislieb, a 6'4 senior who I think this year had a high of 36 in one of their games.
Right.
Might have been against Cherubusco, I can't remember exactly. Had 2 points. Let's see, Gavin Culler, a 5'11 junior, added a 3 for 3 points. Mike Perkins had 9, had a 4 free throws, a field goal, and a 3-pointer. And Elijah Malone was the big story for Prairie Heights, literally and figuratively, in that first half. With 14 points, he had 6 field goals and 2 free throws. For Westview, Charlie Yoder struggled out there in the first half. His shot just didn't look quite normal, in addition to all the attention they were paying to him. He finished with 5 in the first half, had a 3-pointer and 1 field goal for 2 points, so a total of 5. Blake Egley is the one who got us started off, 4 3-pointers. He's got 12 points. Lyndon Miller has a free throw for 1. Drew Litweiler hit a 3-pointer for 3, and Brady Yoder doing what he does, coming in and hitting shots. He had 2 threes and 1 field goal for a total of 8 points. So I think the big story in that first half, I think there's 2 big stories. 1, Charlie with only 5 points and we're still tied. 2, we had 8 3-pointers in 1 half, which is...
and only 1 by Charlie.
Only 1 by Charlie, which is definitely a high for the year. I don't know record-wise. I know the teams back in the late 90s and so forth with Derek Yoder and so for the state championship, they shot a lot of threes.
Yeah,
so
they did.
I would imagine they could have potentially matched that as well. But just a real evenly played game. You can see both teams shuffling people in and out and trying to get the right matchups. And I don't think On the court this year, we haven't seen Blake and Brady on the court at the same time too much this year.
No, we haven't.
And one reason, especially in a game like this, is we have a serious size disadvantage if things get in the post. But I think Brady plays bigger than his size. He's extremely gifted, sees the floor well, and really is our best penetrator off the dribble. So I think that's an advantage for us, because on offense we have an advantage of getting in the lane, and it opens things up for the other shooters. So interesting to see if there's any adjustments made. I think what hurt us is Charlie got 2 quick fouls, and so he couldn't be the primary defender on Malone.
That was huge.
Malone just ate us up when Charlie was not on him. So we don't have that big beefy guy like we had last year with either Elijah Hales or Nick Rensberger.
Right.
You know, some seniors that were used to the battles, and so we're a little more slender this year, so it's hard to keep him out of there.
One thing that I have been encouraged about, though, is the strength that the twins, Lyndon and Luke, have shown in this season, especially in the last few ball games.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. We have some definite advantages out there. I think we've squandered a few opportunities off the break. You know, we had a 3-on-1 that we fumbled out of bounds, and another one where we had a charge, and then another one, what was that? Well, we threw a long pass, and it was too far ahead of the guy catching it. So that's 3 potential layups right there that go a long way, because you don't get a lot of easy shots against Prairie Heights with Malone in there. And I think probably this half we're going to maybe focus on going to the basket a little more. There's a reason Prairie Heights only had 4 fouls in that half.
We didn't
go to the basket.
Right.
Now, granted, one reason, if we get there, there's a big dude standing there waiting on us.
Exactly.
But just a really interesting game. You know, the last game was what, 47-46 in overtime? Was that the final?
Yeah, 47-46.
So there's just not much difference between these two teams.
No.
It's who executes it, who stays out of foul trouble. It's who makes shots. And Coach mentioned that pregame about hopefully we can make some shots. Well, we did the first half. I doubt we're going to hit 8 threes in the second half. But, you know, can we hit 3 or 4 to stay up ahead? Because they have an advantage inside. With the way we play defense, we have an advantage on the perimeter, and we've got to take advantage of that this half.
We'll see what transpires in the upcoming half. We're only a little over a minute away from the beginning of the second half of play here, as we're tied up in a good old Indiana high school basketball barn burner here at Prairie Heights High School. 29-29 is our halftime score. We'll be back with more from Prairie Heights right after this timeout.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
For $1.
And we're back at Prairie Heights High School. We do have a contingent of Marion University basketball players sitting right in front of us tonight. They have a game at Goshen College tomorrow. And I asked them why they were here. They said they're here to watch Charlie. Can I say that? I guess I can.
You just did.
Oops.
Well, you're just telling the truth.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're telling what we heard.
That's right.
So that's all we can say.
That's all conjecture, you know.
So I would expect, as we mentioned, Charlie struggled a little bit that half. Sometimes you try so hard, it just doesn't come together for you. Charlie's played a lot of basketball, and it always follows up a subpar half with a really good half.
Yep.
You know, and that might not be scoring. Who knows?
Right.
He's our primary defender out there against Malone and our leading rebounder.
Yeah, and we've seen him dish out a lot of assists over the last few weeks as well. And a lot of steals. Prairie Heights with it to begin the half. Perkins with it in the corner with Luke Miller on him as Westview's gone back to their original starters. Litweiler, the Miller twins, with Charlie Yoder, Blake Egley. Hook shot, good by Malone.
First time. We're starting out with Linden on him this half, and I'm interested to see what the overall strategy on that is.
Prairie Heights with their first lead for a while, right? Did you say?
Yeah, they led 2-0, and that's their first lead since. And our biggest lead was 8. We led 16-8 there in the first quarter.
Charlie with it in the corner, double team, gets it out to Luke Miller. Luke drives it to the free throw line and bounce passes it to Charlie.
When they double him and he throws it back out, that guy that catches it has to be an offensive threat of some sort.
Yeah.
Penetrate, dish.
3 is good by Charlie, and he's fouled.
Well, he could almost meet his first half's total here if he makes this free throw.
That's right. And Hope. Yeah, what you said at the beginning that Charlie a lot of times coming off a bad half with a good half. I mean, it's early, but it's a good start.
And Chris Leib he's had a frustrating game. You know, we mentioned guys on our half that has a Chris Leib has too.
Malone is tied up, and it's going to be held ball. Charlie gets in there, ties him up.
Well, I think the scouting report probably says something about Malone exposes the ball.
Right.
And when he gets that and brings it down, he brings it down and down where normal people can see it.
Right. Charlie with it. He's bumped, and Malone picks up his first foul.
Yeah, they've really been physical with him tonight, and they haven't called much of that. Sometimes referees even will go in at halftime and talk about things, and, you know, do we need to look out for something?
And that's what not Perkins, but Knott is injured. As he turned his ankle, now we have a whistle as rebound came down to Prairie Heights on a missed shot, and Logan Knott, the senior, 6-foot senior, is going to limp off to his bench. It looked like he twisted his ankle. Coming out on the wing.
Malone was helping him off there, but I think that might just separate his shoulder along with his ankle.
My goodness.
Yeah, I thought too. He'd just pick him up and carry him off.
33-31, Westview. Prairie Heights with a basketball. Batchelor launches a 3. It's no good, but Malone gets a long rebound. He'll get it out of trouble to Batchelor, not a crisp lead. Fakes, drives around Charlie, puts it up, can't get it to go down, and Charlie with a rebound.
Yeah, that time we had Malone blocked out, but the rebound just bounced so high that it didn't really matter.
And Crispley didn't look like he had a real good handle on that basketball when he took it to the hoop. Put it up short.
Yeah, he stumbled a little bit on the way. And
lob into Charlie is tipped out of bounds. Good defense by Troyer, who I believe just came in for Knott. Number 12, Seth Troyer. Drew Litweiler will bring it in for the Warriors. 5:52 to go in the third quarter. Westview by 2, 33-31. Charlie gets it out front, and he's tripped by Troyer. Troyer's first foul of the evening.
One thing we really didn't talk about earlier about what this means for the conference.
Oh, man.
You know, we're tied with Prairie Heights, Central Noble, and Cherubusco at the top of the conference. Well, I'm not sure about Cherubusco anymore.
Yeah,
Central Noble. I mean, Busco doesn't have, I think they've played the toughest teams in the conference. So if we win this game, we'll at least have a share of the conference, or likely.
Yeah, there's a pass to Linden, and he gets it go down.
Yeah, okay, Central Noble's got 2 losses now, so it's Westview, Prairie Heights, and Cherubusco.
35-31, Westview by 4. Hoover with it. Goes to Troyer, back to Hoover. He's left open. He'll go ahead and shoot the 3. Can't get it to go. And it's rebounded by Batchelor. He'll get it out of trouble to Hoover, now to Perkins. Perkins drives the lane, gets it out to Troyer. Back to Perkins. Perkins tries to drive. He'll get it in the corner. Troyer for 3. That's long, and the rebound's pulled down by Drew Litweiler.
Well, the guys shooting the ball are the guys we want shooting the ball, and they'll make some. They're good shooters, or they wouldn't be out there.
Charlie shots too hard. Looked like he got hit, went down to the floor, but no call there. 35-31. Perkins with it out front, drives the lane, puts it up, got it to go, and he's fouled.
Yeah, we got to take a charge there instead of jump out of the way and try to block it.
Perkins with 11 now for Prairie Heights.
That's his team's first.
Third foul on Lyndon Miller.
Is good at the line, shooting the bonus.
Well, we just can't get separation, can we? Get up 4 with the ball, and we just can't make a play. And I think that last possession there, Coach was talking to Charlie. I think what he was pointing out to him, he turned down a 15-footer wide open and drove into traffic and had an off-balance 8-footer. That's a tougher shot.
Charlie drives, has it blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Malone got the block. And Prairie Heights will inbound it underneath the Westview basket.
Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's we got to take it at him. You're not going to get him in foul trouble if you don't make him work, and he just happened to make a good play that time. Of course, if I could just stand there, hold my arms up, and block a shot, I could do that. You know, I could make good plays too.
He is definitely a force. Hoover brings it out front, gives down low to Malone, and it's knocked away. Charlie comes up with a steal to Litweiler. It's blocked, but a foul from behind by Hoover. That'll be a 2-shot foul coming for Drew Litweiler.
Good hands that time by, I believe that was Lyndon guarding Malone.
Somebody got
poked
their
it
hand
out of
in
there.
Yeah.
If you're the inbounder, if you're the guy throwing it into the post there, you don't want to throw it low enough where Lyndon can get to it. You want to throw that thing up high.
Drew, and he drills. That's his first points of the, now he had a 3, that's right, in the first half. 4th point for Drew tonight. And that was the second foul. Second free throw is good.
Now, Drew is really, I don't want to jinx him, but he's really improved his free throw shooting the last several games. So that's really key going into big games and sectional.
He's up to 63.5% from the free throw line. Hoover. They go left side of Troyer. Troyer feeds it inside of Malone. He's triple teamed. Back to Troyer. 3 is short. And Litweiler chases down the rebound. Westview a chance to extend their 2-point lead. 3-point lead rather. Shot by Charlie, got it to go.
And there's the shot that he passed up last time.
So Charlie now with 11. 39-34 Westview. Malone way out front, gives to Hoover. They'll swing it around to Batchelor.
I think Malone's a little tired. He's breathing pretty hard and he's playing up high.
Timeout. Yep.
That's probably why. Because he's susceptible to fouls if you get tired.
3:06 to go in the third quarter. Westview 39, Prairie Heights 34, back in 60 seconds.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years. Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us.
And we're back at Prairie Heights after the timeout. Prairie Heights with the basketball, down 5, 39-34. Troyer goes left side, Perkins on the wing. Brady Yoder has come in. Perkins, a 3 is in the air. No good. Rebound, Charlie Yoder. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Drives it, gives off to Luke Miller, now to Drew Litweiler. In the corner, Brady for 3, and no good. And Drew Litweiler's called for contact on that rebound.
Yeah, I think that's a no call there.
They call it. Was that on Luke? I thought it was on Drew.
Okay. On Drew, yeah, okay. If that was on Drew, I was going to say that. No, they call. Well, they have it up on the board.
I mean, Luke.
Yeah, it was on Luke. So I didn't see that end of it.
Third foul on Luke. Inside, Perkins on a feed from Malone and a foul from behind. As Perkins hits a shot.
We got Brady on Perkins right now, and that's a kind of a mismatch right now with Perkins' experience. And Brady turned his head briefly, and Perkins cut hard to the basket. And they just have a lot of options. Prairie Heights does, and they're hard to guard. And
Perkins completes the old-fashioned three-point play. 14 now for Perkins tonight. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Westview holds on to a 2-point lead.
One thing we're going to keep doing, ball movement. We're not relying on threes as much, but we can still move the ball and get good shots.
Luke back to Charlie on the wing. Bounce pass down low to Litweiler. Drew goes to Brady out front. Back to Charlie. Charlie will shoot a quick three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Malone all alone for the rebound.
Yeah, it's kind of a give-up shot there. We could have got something better than that.
Perkins is tripped up by Brady as he goes in for the shot, so he'll go to the charity stripe, this time shooting 2.
Well, you can see if we don't have a bigger, stronger guy on Perkins, what he can do. Yeah, it's 2 possessions in a row. He had a wide-open 3, missed it, cut hard, got a 3-point play out of it, and now he's going to probably tie the game.
It's the first. 15 now for Perkins, 39-38. This could tie it. Malone's come out of the game now as big guy Parr's back in.
Now we really need to work the ball and get a good shot. There's no excuse now without Malone. They really drop off defensively if he's not in there.
We'll see what happens. Luke Miller out front, gives to Charlie. Now to Luke. Luke being guarded by Parr. Ball tipped away, but Brady chases him down, gets it to Litweiler. Drew has it knocked away by Troyer again, but this time Blake Egley picks it up. He'll go to Charlie Yoder.
Just short, quick, easy passes. We're trying to make too hard of passes right now.
Charlie gets a pick from Luke. Now Luke left open. He'll drive it all the way to the hole, put it up and got it.
Yeah, see the difference there with, what's 33's name?
Parr, the big guy.
Parr, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have Malone in there. So Luke with his first basket of the night. Now we have a foul on Westview. And that went against Blake Egley. Number 1 on Blake. Perkins across the timeline on the pass. Back into the ballgame's Kohler. Driving off the shoe, it looked like, but Prairie Heights has it back. Troyer gets it to Perkins. Perkins drives one way, goes the other. Prairie Heights wanted a foul.
Yeah, he got away with one there.
Yeah, Charlie grabbed a little bit there. Batchelor with a 3 from the corner.
Yeah, it seems like every time we go to that trap, they hit a 3 because we just. Yeah. I think we just need to play them straight up and forget that trapping because it's not creating turnovers. It takes more energy to play it, and it gives them wide open shots.
42-41 now. 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Litweiler with it. Out front it'll come. Shots in the air. Luke short on the 3. So, 3 quarters in the book now here at Prairie Heights. After the first quarter, it was tied 19-19. At halftime, it was 29-29, and only 1 point separates these two teams after 3 quarters of play. 42-41, Prairie Heights leads it. We'll be back with the exciting fourth quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Prairie Heights inbounds it to begin the fourth quarter of play, leading by 1. What are they doing, going into a four corner here?
Well, I think because we're trapping, well, we pulled off the trap. I think they're just going to kind of.
Perkins with it. Prairie Heights leading by 1. Now a drive to the basket. The foul is called on Charlie. That'll be his third.
Well, Perkins is really driving it hard the last 4 or 5 minutes, and we're having a hard time staying in front of him.
Prairie Heights staying with Logan Parr, with Malone on the bench now. Perkins drives, gives off to Kuller, right back to Perkins way out front. He'll get a pick from Parr, left side. Batchelor will put up another 3, and he hits. He missed a couple of those early, and maybe we've just dropped off of him.
Well, yeah. He's a nice player. Freshman, not afraid to take big shots, kind of like the freshman we have out there.
Exactly, the one that just had the ball, Brady Yoder.
Yeah, so we had a 5-point lead, 39-34 with the ball, chance to go ahead, and now a few minutes later, they're up by 4.
Charlie gets it to Brady. Down low to go to Litweiler. Hook is good. There we go.
Yep. Get inside, then they go to stop that, then we'll have other openings.
7 for Drew. 45-43, Prairie Heights by 2. Perkins and he's stripped of the ball by Charlie Yoder. And now on a frustration foul, Perkins trying to get it back, fouls Charlie.
Yeah, that's only his first foul tonight.
Parr comes out, Malone comes in, Troyer comes out. So Malone came in along with Kuller?
Chris Lieb,
yeah. That's who they were missing.
Chris Lieb ought to be fresh. He hadn't played very much.
Yeah, he certainly hasn't.
And they've played well without him.
Picked up 2 quick fouls, and he's had a frustrating game. Just 2 points. Litweiler out front. Luke fakes the 3. Bounce pass inside to Charlie, who posts up on Kuller, then gets it out of trouble. Brady for 3, got it!
Yeah, that's what you want to do on threes, go inside out. So much easier to shoot when you're facing the basket when you catch the pass.
3 threes now for Brady Yoder. And Westview with a 1-point lead at 46-45. Malone with it. To get it out of trouble to Kuller, now to Perkins. He drives it toward the basket, and a reach-in foul is going to be called. This time it's on Brady. Third foul on Brady.
Well, another year Brady's going to be bigger, stronger. He'll stop that drive. Right now they're taking advantage of him a little bit, but he's taking advantage of them on the other end. So it's a kind of a balancing act out there as a coach.
Perkins' shot is good.
Well, this is about where we ended up in overtime last time. It was 46-46 until Malone hit that game winner.
That's true.
So a little more scoring this time.
And Perkins hits 1 out of 2 free throws, ties it up, 46-46. Inside. Well, it's 5:45 now to go into this ball game.
Oh, we had Drew right open under the basket that time and missed him.
Bounce pass down low, and we have a reach-in foul is going to be called on Kuller. For Kuller, that I believe is his first. It is.
And next one will be in the bonus.
17 fouls on Westview, 6 on Prairie Heights. Pass comes in from Charlie Yoder to Luke Miller, right back to Charlie. He'll give off to Litweiler, right back to Charlie, down on the baseline. To Luke for a little jumper off the baseline, and he got it.
That's what we need from them.
48-46, Westview by 2. Batchelor, who's had the hot hand lately for Prairie Heights, not a Perkins. Perkins will stop up, little 15-footer, short, no good. Malone has it slapped away from behind as he went up toward the basket.
Yeah, Prairie Heights coaching staff just have their hands over their heads like, keep the ball high. As soon as you bring that low, there's a Miller lurking.
Exactly. Chris Lead has it rejected by Charlie Yoder.
Prairie Heights, of course, wants a foul on that.
Of course.
Might have been a little body, but.
Kohler looking to Perkins. Perkins has it. He'll drive it all the way to the hoop, scoop it up, and put it in. 19 now for Perkins. Tied up at 48. Brady Yoder. Out front will come to Luke Miller. Right side to Drew Litweiler. To Charlie. At the elbow, he'll go left side to Luke Miller. Charlie for 3. Got it. Woo! Third 3 of the night for Charlie. The second 3 of this half. 51-48. What a ball game. Shots up, and I don't believe it's going to count. Nope, it's an offensive foul.
I think they call it jump ball.
Oh, jump ball, and the alternating possession goes to Westview. Charlie actually got a hand slap from the opposing coach there.
Yeah, that coach is he's really brought a different atmosphere and a tenor to the Prairie Heights team. You can just tell by the way they encourage one another, and
yeah, I love it.
They got a really nice team and good camaraderie and good sportsmanship that they show.
Definitely. Luke in the corner to Drew Litweiler. Ben Burkett's come back in.
Good ball moving here. We should get something open if we keep this up.
Westview by 3. Counting down inside 4 minutes to go now in this game. 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Charlie Yoder on the wing. Right side, he'll go out front to Luke Miller. Back to Drew Litweiler, right side.
Be nice to get a basket here and get a 2-possession lead. 3 minutes to go, that would be huge. We've only had that a couple of times tonight.
Right. Pass comes inside to Luke. He'll pull up, put up the shot. Oh, it won't go. Malone pulls down the rebound. Boy,
good shot.
Close.
Yep, just missed.
Good shot selection. Kohler with it. Prairie Heights down 3, 51-48. Ball goes through Chris Leap's hands, able to chase it down. Batchelor, now to Kohler in the corner, left side to Chris Leap. He dishes it to Batchelor, wide open for 3. Boy, the freshman has had a big game here tonight. 9 points.
Yeah, you got a freshman on each team really stepping up tonight.
Right. 10 now for Batchelor. Came in with a 3.6 point per game average. Brady, the freshman. And they answered. What a ball game. This is just special. 4 threes now for Brady.
Yeah, who can get a stop first is what this game's probably going to come down to.
Malone inside, and what do we have? Oh, I thought it was a traveling maybe.
Yeah,
it's a foul.
I think they got a hold there on
Luke. Yep.
Which is his 4th.
54-51 Westview on the three-pointer by Brady Yoder. Answering the three-pointer by the freshman for Prairie Heights, Batchelor. Malone at the free throw stripe, can't get it to go, and a rebound's pulled down by Charlie Yoder.
Yeah, that's a big miss.
2:20 to go in the ball game.
That's where I think maybe he's a little tireder than he's used to being.
Litweiler into Charlie. Shoots it out to Ben Burkett. He'll pull it back out now. Nearing the 2-minute mark to go in the ball game. Westview by 3, 54-51. 2 minutes to go.
Ben's really good at a little mid-range floater, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him get something. Or not be afraid to take it right there in the lane. If we go much longer here, we're probably just going to try to play keep away.
Well, I would think so. Minute 45 and a bump, and that's going to go against Malone as Charlie drove it toward the basket. Malone got him bodied. So that will be Malone's second foul tonight. That will send Charlie Yoder to the line shooting 1-1. And he'll get the bonus. Timeout called by Prairie Heights. Minute 43 seconds to go in the ball game. Westview by 4, 55-51. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, blast coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204. And we're back. Minute 43 on the clock here in the Prairie Heights gym. Westview with a 4-point lead, 55-51. Charlie Yoder, chance to add to that here from the free throw line. He'll get one more free throw, and he ends up hitting them both.
Well, that ties our biggest lead in the second half. So we're about one stop away from really having a pretty good control of this game. Here's where maybe you just give up the two-pointer if you have to, but don't give up an easy three.
Right. Still a two-possession game for Prairie Heights, or for Westview. Chris Lee drives, and we did give up the easy two there.
I don't think we wanted to give up an easy two.
Not that easy.
Sometimes in the fourth quarter, your feet just don't move as fast as they should.
Brady, Coach Everidge wanted a double dribble, but I think the ball was touched.
This would be, okay, yeah, another 1-and-1 coming up here.
For Drew Litweiler.
I find it interesting there that they fouled that early. I wonder if, from the last game, Drew had some troubles at the line. Maybe they're
could be
using some strategy here to.
He drilled that one.
Well, I know Drew from talking to him. He loves these opportunities. He loves being in pressure situations and having the opportunity to put the nail in the coffin.
Made a little exciting on that one. 58-53. Back to a 5-point lead for Westview. But yeah, those are the kind of opportunities you dream about as a kid in your driveway when you're playing. Malone inside, and it's knocked out of bounds.
I think they called, they got Luke. He's done.
That'll be it for Luke. Linden will come in for Luke. Malone will be at the free throw line
for another 1-and-1.
Inside a minute to go in the game, 55.8 seconds to go. And he drills that one.
Yeah, it's important for Elijah to come back and hit that shot. After missing that last one, when you have a 1-and-1, those are tough because your mind can play tricks on you sometimes.
And he hits that one. So back to a one-possession game now.
And Prairie Heights in a full-court press.
Drew looking the inbound, he gets it into Brady. Back to Drew. Drew gets it to Linden rather. And Prairie Heights wanted.
Yeah, that was a good no call. Because they were saying he went over in the back, but you can go back if you don't have both feet and the ball over. And he had like 1 foot and the ball over, but not the other. So that was a good call. That's an experienced refereeing crew out there making that call.
They had no doubt. I mean, the referees were very comfortable with their call there. I mean, I could certainly understand why the Prairie Heights fans were upset because it did look a little suspicious.
Yeah, it looked suspicious, and it was right in front of their crowd.
Right.
Well, here's why you run drills. There's certain drills we do in practice that are just all about toughness. And that's all this comes down to, physical and mental toughness. Handle the ball, make your free throws, you win the game. That's what it comes down to. They're going to foul or they're going to steal it, one of the two. And so we just have to hang on to it, and they're going to come after us with everything they got.
58-55, 42.7 seconds to go in this ball game. Brady Yoder will inbound right in front of the scorer's bench. Still looking, gets it into Drew Litweiler. He'll get it to Charlie across the timeline. Charlie is fouled.
Well, Charlie's just so good at protecting the ball. You know, you think, he's not the fastest guy on the floor, and he's tall, so the dribble is a little higher. You think, man, I can take this thing, but very few do.
Hoover comes out. Troyer comes back in. Charlie at the free throw line. And he hits.
That was a big one. That's the last 1-and-1 we'll have to shoot.
Everything from now on is double bonus. And he gets that one to go in. 60-55. Prairie Heights trailing. 2-possession game, 30 seconds.
Prairie Heights still has time. They don't need to go for 3.
Reverse layup by Chris Lieb is good. He has 6. And now
Chris Lieb is gone. Well, maybe not. Maybe that was 4. I thought he got the one on the last play.
I think.
Yeah, that is 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, looked like it anyway. He'll come out. Chris Lieb finishes it with 6 points.
Well, you can see here in the fourth quarter some of the athletic moves he's made down the baseline.
Yeah.
But he did a nice job on him tonight, but he can get it loose for a little bit.
Charlie Yoder hits his free throw. Gives him 19 for the night. Timeout's called by Coach Everidge. 61-57, 20.6 seconds to go in the ball game. Westview leading Prairie Heights. We'll keep it right here for this timeout. What a ball game it's been again, Jamie.
Wow, and we're thinking of Prairie Heights' average on the year is giving up 45 points a game. We got 61 on them.
That's
on
pretty
their floor,
good. Yeah.
Which is, as Coach mentioned, making shots. What do we have, 12 threes tonight?
Unbelievable,
You're not going to do that too many times, but, if we didn't have the threes, they'd be out further on us, and we'd drive in there and maybe have some more 2s. So Malone's played whenever he's wanted to. He hasn't had any foul trouble. That always hampers your inside efforts, but like I mentioned, he maybe doesn't move as quick outside, so you get open shots. So it's just a game.
I did a quick count, and I think I got actually 13 threes. Yeah, unbelievable.
Well, we need one more stop here, and that should wrap it up.
Perkins across the timeline gets a pick from the big guy, Malone. Shot's no good from 3. That might do it.
That should do it. 11 seconds, 5-point lead.
Quick foul by Prairie Heights. But, of course, we could potentially have another meeting before this season ends. And that would be in sectional play, of course.
Yeah, I didn't look, but isn't the draw on Sunday?
Let's see, it's usually the week of the Concord game, so it'd be a week from
Only
Sunday.
the week of the Concord game, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
There's Drew hitting another free throw. He hasn't missed one tonight. That's
5 for 5
huge
for Drew.
credit to him tonight to come back after that last game.
And he hits them both. 6 for 6 for Drew tonight. 11 points for Drew. Shot by Troyer from the corner is short, and Drew Litweiler is holding it as the clock clicks down. And the Westview Warriors have defeated the Prairie Heights Panthers on their home court tonight as they avenge the victory that Prairie Heights had against Westview last month at Westview. Our final score here tonight, Westview 64 and Prairie Heights 57. What a ball game it was. We'll be back with scoring and stats right after this timeout.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back at Prairie Heights High School, where Westview has just won a tremendous high school basketball game, 64-57. And Coach mentioned before the game about the need to hit some shots. And I've learned over the years when he says something, it's because he means it.
Right.
And he knows it's right. And we did tonight. My count, I could be off, was 12 threes. And I don't know percentage-wise, but we couldn't have missed more than 7 or 8 of them. So it had to be like 12 for 20 to be a rough guess on that.
Our shooting percentage from three-point land was excellent.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
On the road, sometimes that's what you got to do. I had a feeling the first half we went toward this dark end. And just from my experience, shooting at a dark background is just awesome.
Huh.
I mean, it's like it's just easier.
It's kind of like hitting in baseball. You have a nice dark background.
Yeah, you can pick the ball up really well. Exactly. So that may have something to do with it, even though the angle that Blake was shooting from was mostly the corner aiming toward the white over there, so that shoots that theory. But anyways, individually tonight for Westview, Charlie Yoder ended up with 20. He had 5 in the first half, 15 in the second. He had 7. I think it was 7 for 7 from the line. Did we miss a free throw tonight?
You know, we probably did.
Lyndon missed one in the first half.
That's right, yeah.
So anyways, Charlie finished with 20. He had 3 threes. Blake Egley had 12 in the first quarter, and that's where he ended. Lyndon Miller ended up with 3 points, a field goal, and a free throw. Drew Litweiler, 6 big free throws, along with a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer, ended up with 11. Luke Miller added 4 on 2 field goals. And Brady Yoder, our second leading scorer tonight, with 14 points on 4 3-pointers and a field goal, a 2-point field goal. I think possibly the biggest possession of the game was Prairie Heights came down. Batchelor hit that 3 to tie it at 51. We race it down court. Brady drills one to put us right back up 3. And I think we maintained that margin or more the rest of the game. I don't think we lost the lead anyhow after that. For Prairie Heights, Chase Batchelor, 6'1" freshman, had a nice game, finished with 10 points, 3 field goals and a free throw. Brandon Chrisley only had 6 tonight. He was averaging 14. Gavin Culler added 3. He was averaging 2. Mike Perkins came into the game as their leading scorer on the year at 17.4. He finished with 19. He had a nice game tonight. A 3-pointer, 4 2-pointers, and 8 free throws. Elijah Malone finished with 18, but 14 of those were in the second half. Or excuse me, first half.
First half, right.
So only 4 points in the second half. And I think we were just a little bit better guarding him. We're a little tougher, pushed him out just a little bit further, and Charlie wasn't in foul trouble and could help out a lot more. He finished with 18, had 7 field goals and 4 free throws. So very well played game. Charlie came in averaging 27, finished with 20. Blake doubled his average. Lyndon, Drew is a little bit above on his average. And Brady, averaging 5.5 on the year, finished with 14. So to win big games, players got to make plays. And it was just, this was a vintage Westview basketball game tonight with, I won't say we're outmanned. We're definitely not outmanned out there, but they're bigger and faster at a lot of positions.
Good point.
We were scrappier. We executed the game plan. We didn't take stupid shots. I can think of maybe of 1 or 2 shots that we shouldn't have taken out there tonight.
Yeah,
and
good clean game.
They just executed the game plan, and you're starting to see what usually happens with Rob Yoder coach teams is they round into shape about sectional time.
Right.
So I know we were locked in and we were ready to win this game after losing at home in the conference tournament. This, we got to win. We got to beat Fremont yet, which is having a pretty good year. If we win there, we'll have at least a share of the conference title again this year. But for now, until a couple weeks from now, it's get ready for sectional.
Right. Yeah, I can't believe we're winding down this fast, but we have 2 games next week and 2 regular season games to finish off the season. The 2 games next week will be Northern Lakes Conference teams. Wawasee on Tuesday and then Goshen on Friday. Wawasee will be at home, and then we'll travel over to Goshen to bring you that game on Friday night. And then Fremont on Tuesday, and Concord are traditional.
The long trip over to Fremont is never, that always seems to be a tricky place to play.
Yep.
I think they're about a 500 record right now, Fremont is. They started out kind of rough, but they've pulled it together, and that'll be a battle.
Should be.
Wawasee's had a really good season. They're at about 11 or 12 wins, and Goshen's had a really good season. So this game and the next 2 really provide a good test for us going into sectional, because with the sectional this year, you might have to play 3 games this good in a row to win it.
Oh, my. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
And you're probably not going to hit 12 threes 3 games in a row.
Probably not.
But just as far as executing the game plan, defensively, offensively, take what the defense gives you, and so forth. So, awesome effort tonight. I'm happy for the guys. It resulted in a win. And those are the kind of games that you remember, whether you're the first player or the 12th player on the team.
Right.
That's the kind of things you remember as a team and the fun you had. So it's just one game. It's regular season, but it's an important win.
Great ball game tonight all the way around. Westview does defeat Prairie Heights by a score of 64-57. Westview now 16-3 overall, and they go to 9-1 in the Northeast Corner Conference. And Prairie Heights drops to 14-4. And 6-2 in the conference. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka, featuring nightly specials and a delicious buffet. By Hyde Auto Body on US 20 West in LaGrange. Also by Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. And right across the road is Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. By Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. By Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka, their passion is protecting yours. By Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also by Lake City Bank with over 50 branches in northern and central Indiana. By Topeka Clinic, introducing Yana Schenkel, certified nurse midwife, now accepting appointments. And our halftime show and gold sponsor is Weaver Furniture Sales, just south of US 20 on County Road 75 in Shipshewana. Our individual sponsors are Tim and Donna Height, Dan and Dawn Byler, Jim and Liz Stump, and Oscar and Sophia Hostetler. So for our entire staff, including Jamie Miller, our color commentator, Justin Geigley, our engineer, and our camera operator tonight, Chris Mass. This is Jerry Hostetler. Good night, everyone.